Yeah, one of the things I really appreciated, it didn't just say, increase your collagen intake, this book. It really got to all the other surrounding pieces that worked synergistically. And glycine was, the hero of the story in many ways. But I was also interested that copper was a big one there in that.
Yeah.
Can you go into that relationship of copper and collagen?
Sure. So copper is an essential mineral. We can't synthesize it. We need to consume enough of it in the diet. And we're probably about half the population is literally deficient in copper. And the best test for that is called a leukocyte copper test. It's a white blood cell level test of your copper levels. And that's been associated with like increases in ischemic heart disease and atherosclerosis and things like that. But essentially, copper is an essential cofactor in an enzyme called lysyl oxidase. And lysyl oxidase is what cross-links type 1 collagen. So essentially, there are 3 strands of polypeptides that are wound together to form collagen. And they're interlinked and cross-linked within the actual peptide itself, but also connecting the 3 peptides by a copper-dependent enzyme called lysyl oxidase. So that's what gives type 1 collagen its strength. And that's why type 1 collagen gram for gram is actually stronger than steel. So we know that collagen is the most abundant protein in our body. It makes up 30 to 35% of all of our protein. So copper is helping to strengthen, and most of it is type 1. Probably around 80% of all of that collagen is type 1. And so copper is what helps to give 80% of the 35% of our protein, aka collagen, most of its strength.
Yeah. And collagen itself is usually associated with anti-aging skin. I think that's where a lot of people focus on. But there are such vital other needs for collagen as well. Can you go into the systems or possibly the diseases that may occur due to a collagen deficiency, just so we set really that importance? Because again, I don't want people being just on the vanity side of it, that I want to get rid of crow's feet. So yeah, collagen can absolutely help that. But what else is there we should really be kind of focusing on that may result out of those collagen deficiencies?
Sure. Before I address that, there's one question that I would love to address first, so that would just kind of get it off the table. Yep. So a lot of people believe that taking exogenous collagen is a waste of money because they know that the collagen will get broken down into amino acids, and then your body utilizes those amino acids to form collagen. So I constantly get this question, why do I need to take a collagen supplement? Number one is the collagen peptides, they're not all broken down into amino acids. We actually absorb intact many of those peptides, and those peptides can actually directly get into the site of action, whether it be the skin, whether it be in joints, and they themselves can stimulate our own collagen synthesis. In other words, if you want to increase your collagen synthesis, you take collagen peptides. Okay, so that's one. Mm-hmm. The second important factor is collagen is high in amino acids that we do not get in a high amount in the diet. So the main building blocks of collagen are glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. Those 3 amino acids are lacking in the diet, and they make up about 50% of our collagen content. So by taking a collagen supplement, you are also giving yourself the building blocks that are literally needed to form collagen. So that is an important, basically, piece of information to understand. And I think now we can move forward and talk about, the benefits of collagen supplements and why they actually have benefits based on those 2 mechanisms of action.
Yeah.
When it comes to, let's say, health, one of the biggest issues that Americans are suffering with is obesity, and that directly contributes to osteoarthritis and basically pain in joints. And so collagen supplements have been shown in people with osteoarthritis or in general, just general joint pain, to improve joint pain, to increase the stimulation of collagen synthesis really at the site of action in the joints themselves as well. So that's probably the group that would most likely derive a large amount of benefits. But aging is hallmarked by a lack of collagen because our organs are high in collagen. So your organs will literally start getting smaller and less strong. Scurvy, bleeding gums, is literally a deficiency of collagen. So your gum health is important when it comes to collagen. Bones, Not a lot of people think about bone health because we think that being down the line and when we're older, but half of your bone is protein, and something around like 80% of all of that protein is literally collagen. So your collagen is determining like 40% of literally the entire makeup of your bone. And so it's really a mesh of collagen combined with minerals. So bone strength and bone health, right? And the bone marrow is where we produce all of like our immune system and blood cells and things like that. So it'll affect that as well. And simply by being a supplier of glycine, we can go through all the health benefits of glycine, but essentially glycine was tested or started to be tested by clinicians in patients back in the early 1900s. Patients with certain forms of muscular dystrophy had dramatic benefits with glycine. So glycine helps with skeletal muscle health. And then later on, clinicians started using it in psychosis in schizophrenic patients, even upwards of 60 to 80 grams of glycine for 1 to 2 years. We have clinical studies showing safety and efficacy. And so collagen obviously provides glycine.
Glycine's a really interesting one in that it also impacts the brain, correct? I mean, you just said the psychiatric sides, but even more so on brain health in general.
Yeah, it's called an inhibitory neurotransmitter. So it's not just an amino acid, and it's not just the main amino acid forming collagen. It's literally a neurotransmitter as well in the brain, an inhibitory neurotransmitter. So it helps with calmness. It helps to decrease core body temperature so we can sleep better. It even improves the absorption of certain minerals like sodium and water. So it's good for hydration as well.